Hello and welcome to this video on the kinds of sealing waxes and oils you can use for your bonsai. Pruning and styling bonsai involves making cuts, and some of these can be quite deep, especially when removing branches. These wounds create an opening for pathogens and damage to enter your bonsai. The solution has nearly always been sealants of some kind, and this is true of orchards and other tree care on a much larger scale as well. The most common option has been wound paste. This is a relatively quick-setting compound that keeps water out of the wound. The paste acts as a physical barrier to pathogens and therefore allows for healing of the tree. The problem with this is that many people cannot get wound paste. They find it slows healing of their bonsai. They have problems with using it for personal reasons or otherwise find it not viable. If this is the case, then we have several alternatives for you in this video. The first are oil-based sealers, and they frankly look and smell like asphalt. They're primarily intended for building, things like pillars, sleepers, and similar, where they are going to be constantly exposed to water. They are often partly derived from petroleum distillate products, and so this may or may not put you off. As far as sealants go, they are very strong and effective, but they can be difficult to apply, especially since they're very thick. They are useful if you live in an area with high moisture levels, a lot of rot problems, fungal diseases, or infectious borers and similar bugs. None of these can get through the oil-based asphalt-like sealants. There are newer versions of this available, and they are more latex-based. This is helpful in that partly you're not relying on something like asphalt, which is quite a difficult material to work with. They're also less damaging to your tree. This means that they provide much of the benefit of a oil-based sealer with fewer of the demerits. They provide the same sort of complete waterproof seal, but they don't break down anywhere near as effectively as other options do, which is a similar problem you'll find with most oil-based seals. In the end, you'll need to remove both these options yourself, and it does not look very attractive when it's on the tree. This makes it an okay option for trees that are being trained or aren't yet display ready, but not for any tree that is going into an exhibition. A large black smear or blob is going to look extremely out of place. Vaseline is the less evil option, let's say. It is another petroleum distillate-like product, but it's also found common usage because it provides the same effects. It seals anywhere you've pruned on your tree. The problem is it's not necessarily recommended for use on most trees that you have for bonsai. The exception to this is those that bleed sap when you prune them. The spruce and pines are a good example of this. That's because of how it works and the chemistry of it. It is inert, so you're not going to get any reactions from the tree, whether from the sap or the wound. This means you're not going to harm your bonsai. It's also going to prevent any bugs from getting into the wound itself. This prevents infectious pathogens or agents getting in as well. By blocking the bleeding of the sap and any possible pathogens and moisture, it has all the effects. It does, however, have a major downside. Vaseline has a very low melting temperature. This can be as low as 40 degrees Celsius or 105 degrees Fahrenheit. There are many places in the world where this temperature is easily achieved if not exceeded. This means you need to look at it as a viable option if you have somewhere safe to keep your bonsai where the temperature will not get anywhere near that hot. And it doesn't necessarily have to be direct heat, it can be ambient heat as well. An alternative to this, which is slightly similar to Vaseline, but also different, is waxes like paraffin. They're an option that can either be melted into an open wound or rubbed in to form a block of sorts, almost like a cap. Either way, this is going to be less effective for one simple reason. Much like Vaseline, it can melt under direct sunlight, and it's very easily able to completely undo your work in short order. It will melt at as little as 37 degrees Celsius or 99 degrees Fahrenheit, so lower than what Vaseline will melt at. Oftentimes you'll find it to be a little bit higher, but it depends somewhat on the constitution of the paraffin wax solution. You'll find it melts completely at 57 degrees Celsius or about 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Again, across the world, there are many places that can get to this temperature and stay there for extended periods. But it doesn't need to. As long as it gets above 37 degrees Celsius, the wax will begin to melt and you will lose all the protective benefits of what you were trying to achieve. This is why, in full sunlight, which is an ideal place for your bonsai, it will easily reach its temperature, and even in ambient temperatures, they can go above this. It's also objectionable to some because, well, it's a petroleum distillate product. To its merit, paraffin wax is colourless and odourless, and it's why it's used in candles. It burns cleanly, brightly, and with no unpleasant odours. It is also considered food safe, so your bonsai should be able to tolerate it without any problems. The natural, so to speak, equivalent of paraffin wax is beeswax and similar wax products that can be used. Generally speaking, all of these have their own strengths and weaknesses, but they can also be mostly easily worked into open cuts and wounds. This is the same sort of approach as you would with paraffin wax, except that the only difference in application between these and paraffin wax is that one is considered natural where the other is not. Beeswax, as the easiest and perhaps most accessible example, is slightly better than paraffin wax in some ways. It will melt at a slightly higher temperature. This is somewhere between 62 and 65 degrees Celsius or 143 to 149 degrees Fahrenheit. Beeswax, if you're getting it, say, from a local beekeeper, can be sticky if it's not been refined to extract only the wax. Residual honey will leave it quite tacky. This is also going to create a somewhat pungent product no matter what you have, and it will be yellowish. So these are demerits to it, particularly the yellow element and the smell. The yellowing simply because, well, it's a yellow blob on your tree and it doesn't look very attractive. The pungent element we'll get back to shortly, but the big issue is its attractiveness to bees and other stinging insects. The beeswax can be made more workable and pliable, which is somewhat of an advantage, but you need to dilute it with an oil. We like to use paraffin oil, but you might prefer something else. This still keeps it as a wax, but it allows for it to penetrate the wood slightly, and it facilitates it as an antimicrobial agent, while still being reasonably pliable and malleable. Again, it makes it easy to work into an open wound. When left as pure beeswax, you will have a solid wax block, and this is somewhat more difficult to work into any open wounds on your bonsai. As mentioned, the wax itself, especially if you don't cut it with something like paraffin oil, will be quite pungent and attractive to insects. The obvious problem is that the insects that will come to this will be things like bees and wasps who want to raid it for that wax and honey. The second effect is that other insects that may be drawn to it may bring with them pests such as aphids, which can then harm your tree. This means that you can use it, but you need to be more aware and watchful in several different ways. For the most part, dressing a wound can be done for purely cosmetic reasons, but it really has no value as a treatment. In fact, for some species, it can inhibit the healing of your bonsai if you're not careful. If you want to use a wax or oil sealant, you can, and these should all be, if not readily available, at least viable options to one degree or another for you. Thank you for watching this video. If you have found it interesting, consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please post any comments, questions, or suggestions you have below.